With more than 6,000 small and micro-cap companies listed, if you're looking for the next apple at the earliest stage, then channelchek truly is the orchard. The listed companies support channelchek, so it's free for you, the potential investor, to gain access to institutional quality research from FINRA-licensed analysts, advanced market data, industry reports, news, and a growing catalog of videos and webcasts. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and register for channelchek so you're always up to date on what's going on at the small and micro-cap data place. Welcome to the C-Suite series, presented by channelchek and Noble Capital Markets. Noble is an SEC-registered, FINRA-licensed broker-dealer and the source of the equity research available on channelchek. Today's interview features Voyager Digital, OTC ticker symbol VYGVF, TSXV ticker symbol VOYG. Noble Senior Research Analyst Joe Gomes interviews Voyager Digital CEO Stephen Ehrlich. Visit channelchek.com or click the link in the description for Noble's research on Voyager, as well as news and advanced market data. And now, here's Joe and Stephen.
With us today is Steve Ehrlich, CEO of Voyager Digital. Good afternoon, Steve, and thanks for taking the time to sit down with us.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate being here today.
So Voyager is one of the fastest growing publicly traded cryptocurrency platforms. Assets under management have grown to over $6 billion from about $150 million a year ago. Funded accounts now top 860,000 from 23,000 12 months ago. For those in the audience unfamiliar with Voyager Digital, can you talk a little bit about the company's history and what you do along with your personal history with Voyager?
Yeah, well, first, Voyager makes crypto accessible to all. That's been our goal from when we started the company a little over 3 years ago. My co-founders and I started the company. The most famous of my co-founders is a fellow by the name of Oscar Salazar, who was the founding CTO of Uber. When we all came together to decide on building Voyager, we looked at the crypto market and felt that there was a way to make it accessible for every user, every customer, every retail consumer that wanted to enter the crypto market, but nothing was available in the market. That's why we built Voyager. We make crypto accessible to all with our easy to use, intuitive platform that allows consumers to participate in the digital market. And my background comes, and this all is driven from my background of spending many years in the capital markets. I'm now in my 28th year in capital markets, having spent time building E-Trade and building my own online broker called Lightspeed Financial, using all that expertise and bringing Voyager to life.
Awesome. Now, clients can currently access over 60 digital assets and earn rewards on more than 30. Do you see this expanding? And how do you choose which assets to add to the platform? And how can the firm offer such attractive rewards?
Yeah, today we offer 65 assets, and we're looking to expand that quite large over the next few months. And we want to expand that assets that customers can actually trade and invest in. And it's really core to what we try to do is keep expanding the assets for consumers, because there's a lot of great projects out there that need the exposure that Voyager, with all the consumers we have on the platform, can deliver to these protocols and these tokens. Now, how we choose assets, we go through a very rigorous process, a legal, technology, business diligence to make sure that there's enough liquidity and it satisfies the regulatory requirements so we can offer it on our platform. And on the rewards side, we do offer rewards on over 35 different tokens, all based on our own rewards program that we've built specifically for Voyager users that allow them to access the market and therefore get these special rewards, because we have this really viable trading platform that allows us to offer the rewards as tokens back for people using and engaging on our platform.
Interesting. There seems to be a massive market opportunity in cryptocurrencies when one looks at the asset class in terms of the size of the gold market or the total investable assets. What is driving growth in the cryptocurrency market?
The growth is, at Voyager, we're seeing the growth of the market really come from people starting to understand that cryptocurrencies, the protocols, the assets behind it are really going to change the way we live in the future, whether it's financial services or other opportunities that it's going to change the way we operate. and make things more efficient in the world. So I think that's what's really driving the growth. There's a lot more interest, and then add in the fact that Bitcoin is becoming the reserve currency and is replacing gold in that aspect. It's easier to buy cryptocurrency in Bitcoin than it is to buy gold. It's easier to store it. So it's really becoming the reserve currency instead of gold.
Prices for key cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin and Ethereum have seen significant fluctuations. You have stated that you could see Bitcoin hitting 100,000 by year end, up from roughly 62,000 today. How does this volatility impact Voyager's revenues?
Yeah, I still stand behind my 100,000 by year end, and I think we'll hit that, probably exceed that is my anticipation and my best estimate on the end of the year by just looking at charts and looking at how the charts play out and what we think the charts are going. Now, how it affects revenues, that's the hidden secret on Voyager. Voyager, the volatility in the market really helps Voyager revenues. The more volatility, the more revenues we generate because more consumers are actually trading in the marketplace. That said, when the market is less volatile, we still earn a lot of revenue because of our yield programs and what we do on that side of the business. But volatility is the friend of a crypto finance platform like ourselves.
Okay. Voyager's been expanding its offerings, for example, having announced plans to add equities, options, and futures, as well as a payment processing business under the corporate umbrella. What is the rationale for adding these other services, and what can you see these adding to the business?
Voyager started our business as a trading platform, and we've now grown into a crypto finance platform. And the goal of that is to diversify our revenues, to continue to add revenue streams. And that's why equities, options, futures, our debit card, all these things will drive diversification of revenues and additional revenue streams for investors. The goal has always been to become the personal crypto platform for everyone, make crypto accessible for all, and have different revenue streams that help drive the overall business. So if one part of the business isn't exceptional at one point in time, something else will be. And that's why we want that diversification of revenues through equities, options, futures, and payment processing.
Well, we look forward to the additional products being added to the platform. Now, the company just received approval for the French and the European market. Can you talk a little bit about how you expect to open this market and the potential? Voyager also is awaiting approval for New York State and Canada. Where do we stand on these? And are there other geographic areas the company is eyeing for expansion?
Yeah, it's really, we received a license from the AMF to say that Voyager is fit and proper to operate in France and therefore operate in Europe. And so we're really excited about that because it opens up the entire European market for our expansion in 2022 into that marketplace. We are also awaiting approval from the New York State related to the BIT license. We're hopeful that we've satisfied all the questions and we get that soon. And recently we've had our base shelf prospectus cleared by the Ontario Securities Commission in Canada. So we think that the exemptive relief necessary to operate in Canada will be coming soon because we've already undergone the entire inspection about our business and review of our business. On top of that, we will look to expand in Latin America and Asia over time, but we think that Europe, New York, and Canada are three big ones for 2022 with further expansion coming in 2023 and after.
So exciting geographic expansion. Perfect. Voyager just released full year fiscal 2021, which ended in June of 2021 results. Revenues rose to 175 million from $1 million a year ago. Trading volumes jumped 24 times in the last 6 months of the fiscal year compared to the first 6 months, well in excess of the 6-time overall industry increase. What is behind the tremendous growth and acceptance of the Voyager platform?
It's three words: crypto for all. We've actually made the crypto markets accessible for everyone with our easy to use and intuitive platform that has over 65 cryptocurrencies for people to trade and earn in. And that's really with the opportunity to be able to download the app to open your account and fund and trade all in 3 minutes or less. That is what leads our growth, is we've made it really accessible, easy to use, a lot of coins, able to earn rewards, with the future of the additional products we talked about. On top of that, we have a really detailed loyalty rewards program that consumers can participate in by holding a certain amount of our own tokens. And people are finding that as a great way to earn additional benefits. So we've brought, the connection of trading, earning with rewards together in one great platform.
In addition to the annual results, Voyager made two significant announcements last week: a $75 million investment into Voyager by Alameda Research and a partnership with the Dallas Mavericks. Can you provide a little more color on each and what they can mean to Voyager going forward?
Yeah, last week was a really exciting week to be at Voyager, to be an investor in Voyager, a customer, employee at Voyager. Two great announcements. First was, the partnership with the Dallas Mavericks was the first one we announced. Now, not only did we get to partner with the Dallas Mavericks, but their leadership team led by Mark Cuban, one of the top voices in crypto, has a lot to say and a big crypto advocate. And we're excited to be partnered with him and the Mavs on that and bringing a lot of education to life. Dallas and Texas are becoming hubs of crypto innovation, and we want to be right in the middle of it with the Mavericks and with Mark. And on the $75 million investment from Alameda, Alameda is probably the leading company in the world when it comes to investing in crypto and understanding the crypto. So having them behind us as a financial backer and a strategic partner has been great. We're going to bring some other things to life, with their help, expanded execution in tokens, NFTs, and a whole bunch more that we're working with them on bringing to life. So just a great week for us. And then, it's going to help us expand our business and grow our customers.
Now, in addition to the Dallas Mavericks, you also had, previously announced some working relationships with Rob Gronkowski from the NFL and Landon Castle from NASCAR. I'm assuming there's more of these that you're looking at, these types of relationships, and be expanded outside of just the sports arena?
Yeah, great question, Joe. We were the very first to not only go public, but we were the very first crypto company to engage with sports figures. And we started that way back with Matt Barkley when we first started in 2018, the quarterback for now the Tennessee Titans. Then we've expanded it to Landon Castle on the NASCAR side, which has been very successful for us. And then Rob Gronkowski, soon to be Hall of Fame tight end. And it's brought a buzz about Voyager and brought a lot of people to recognize who we are in building our brand. That's not the end. We have more sports. We did the Mavs. We have other things that are lined up, but we will be in pop culture as well. We see that as an opportunity. We have a lot of artists, musicians, all using the platform that we're engaging with to really bring the brand to life, not just across sports, but across pop culture as well.
There's been a lot of talk and speculation about regulation of the cryptocurrency market. What are your thoughts, and what steps are Voyager taking to be ahead of any potential regulation?
Voyager really believes that thoughtful regulation of the cryptocurrency market will unlock even more adoption of the crypto markets. We're excited by that. We think that's coming. And in preparation of that, we've always built the business. Our backgrounds, the core people who started the business, the core employees that started the business, and the founders, come from a background of regulated entities. Myself, the many years at E-Trade and my own online broker and Lightspeed, we know about regulation. We know about know your customer rules, anti-money laundering rules. So we've always built this business to be on the forefront of regulation, and we will continue to do that. And we've set our business up. We own a broker-dealer, regulated broker-dealer, to be able to take advantage of a regulated world. And we think that's coming. I'm not sure when, but the opportunity to be regulated will really expand our business.
Voyager recently uplisted to the Toronto Exchange. Are you taking steps for uplisting to the NASDAQ? And what other steps are you taking to help get the Voyager digital story out to the investment community?
Yeah, next step for us is NASDAQ. We've been saying that all along, is that it's a step-by-step process. The base shelf prospectus cleared by the OSC and being on the Toronto Stock Exchange, the first step. Next step is NASDAQ, and we're working hard on that. We'll have some more info on that in the next few weeks, but we think that is the natural progression for Voyagers to get to the the NASDAQ or New York Stock Exchange, either one actually. And how are we getting the story out? We're engaged with folks like yourself and others to really start telling the Voyager story. Last week, as we said, was a real pivotal week. A lot more people know about Voyager now, and we're going to expand on that. And you're seeing us in the press more. We're doing a lot more work on the IR front, and we expect to have the story out in much greater expansion over the next month or so.
We'll be looking for the news. Now let's turn to valuation for a moment. Even with the 50% rise in the shares at the end of last week, Voyager still seems to be valued at a significant discount to the peer group on both enterprise value to sales and enterprise value to EBITDA basis. We know Voyager is focused on growth at present, but how do you go about narrowing that delta?
We definitely feel we're undervalued in the marketplace, even with the rise from last week. Look, we're going to continue executing our plan. We're growing our customers. We had a very good October. We're entering November, and we're starting to see the same momentum in October into November. Continue doing the execution of our business. And the more we execute, the more we'll narrow that delta, and people will see that Voyager is someone you have to watch because we are becoming a leader in the crypto space. And we're going to continue that. That is what we're about. We're getting the story out. We're starting to talk about it even more. But as we execute the game plan, you'll see that delta narrow.
Let's finish up with giving you the opportunity, Steve, to provide the audience with your elevator pitch on why one should invest in Voyager.
One word: growth. We are the fastest growing crypto finance platform in the marketplace. You can see the growth we started the year with 43,000 funded accounts, and we're closing in on 1 million. I'm not sure there's any other finance platform that can claim that fast of growth in that short period of time. We're executing the game plan. We're adding product. We're adding geographic expansion. We're the place where people should invest their money because this growth has just started for us.
Well, Steve, we covered a lot of ground today and got significant insight into what Voyager does, its markets, and opportunities. We appreciate you taking the time to do this CEO interview, and we wish you and the company the best in the future. Thanks again.
Thank you for joining us for this C-Suite interview presentation brought to you by ChannelChek. Visit our YouTube channel for more interview content, as well as virtual roadshows and conference presentation replays. New content is added regularly, so subscribe below to stay up to date. Visit channelchek.com or click the link in the description to access equity research, news, and advanced market data on this and the 6,000 other small and micro-cap companies listed.